Oh, hey, didn't see you there. What's up, haters? Welcome back to the Haters Club. I'm ybhaten, and we are going to be starting. We're going to be starting our What If Wednesdays. I'm excited. Thank you for being here. So, What If Wednesdays? We kind of started talking about this last week, and it was just because we were kind of bouncing like ideas off of each other in regards to like Star Wars and superheroes, and then what's been happening in like some of the shows that we're watching. And I don't know, I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I did have a topic to start with. What if R2D2 never existed?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my heart. I would be so... Oh, my God. So it's just C-3PO.
Just C-3PO.
Oh, man.
Just C-3PO, human-cyborg relations.
I mean, it's R2. Like, how can you even... I couldn't imagine Star Wars without R2.
Same. It's hard because, like, initially I thought, when do we first see R2? And the first thought that came to my mind was with Princess Leia in A New Hope. But I'm like, no. I started going back. I'm like, he's in episode 1 with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and was on, it's Queen Amidala's droid. He saved the ship on Naboo. Every other Astro droid was blown off of the ship, and he was like the lone survivor out there. So if he never existed, I don't know that, one, they make it past the Trade Federation in episode 1.
Isn't he also responsible for them finding because of R2 they found Luke and in the new trilogy? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, in the new trilogy. So yeah, because of R2, they had, and R2 had been asleep in the new trilogy, was asleep, woke up at the end of the second episode, 8, and told them where Luke Skywalker was, right? Or was it the end of the first movie?
I think it was it? Hold up, let me look this, because I remember
The Force Awakens didn't have Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker was the big MacGuffin the entire time, right?
I think because they found him in the second one. Like, they were like looking for him in the first, and then they found him. Wasn't it at the end of the second one that they found him?
At the
They're
end?
like, oh. Was it at the... No, it wasn't. Was it the beginning?
It was at the beginning.
It was at the beginning. It was the beginning of the second one. They're like, oh, we finally found Luke. And it's like, okay, we'll go train with him and all this stuff.
Yeah, we found Luke, and then he like takes the lightsaber and just yeets it over his shoulder.
Yeah, whatever.
What the f*** is this? So, yeah, because of R2, they were able to find Luke. So, and then throughout the original trilogy, I don't think if let's say everything played out fine through the prequels, and like the fact that R2 wasn't there didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's go to the original trilogy. In A New Hope, how do they get the message to Obi-Wan? Or
yes,
yeah, how do they get the message to Obi-Wan? There's got to be... They're not going to send C-3PO by himself. Maybe they do. I mean, C-3PO was very resourceful, just not very smart.
No.
And I maybe they do send him with like another type of a droid. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they really, how they get the message to Obi-Wan, but let's say that they do, and everything up to the point where Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia are on the where they're breaking Princess Leia out of prison, right? Let's say everything up to that point goes the same. I don't think they get off the Death Star.
No.
Because R2 was like, he was working some magic, hacking the Death Star in order for them to get off, right?
Yeah, because they would have died in the trash compactor specifically. And he was like, I want to stop this. He's like, and then he's working his magic literally the entire time that they're trying to get out.
Yeah, the whole time. And so yeah, without R2D2, I don't know that the rebellion really takes off. I don't know that I think the Empire kind of has a smooth sailing to get what it wants, because I think that when they leave Naboo, Queen Amidala's ship is disabled, the hyperdrive, they can't go anywhere. And the Trade Federation, I think, is able to then overtake them, arrest Queen Amidala, make her sign the treaty in order to avoid the war, first and foremost. So one, to avoid the war, and two, so they can have the monopoly on trade across the galaxy. Like, it was, they were basically extorting planets for these trade agreements. I think it was smart that Queen Amidala didn't want to sign that treaty, and that a lot of other places didn't want to sign it, because that would have just led to the Empire under the current government, right? Which might have been better, because it was Chancellor Valoran, not Palpatine. So that could have worked out. Like, yeah,
cause that's a different type of like leader that's doing, because Palpatine was, I mean, we all know like about Palpatine, but that's a different direction as far as leadership. So maybe it would have worked out.
I mean, under Chancellor Valoran, I mean, there was a lot of trust in the Senate. You had all of these worlds working together in the small offshoot that were trying to take over the universe. And then the conflict is, I think, what led all of the other worlds to say, we need this. Like, we need to grant emergency powers. And, okay, one, Jar Jar for granting emergency powers to Palpatine. Because... that's some bullshit, right? Like, you ain't even elected. You're just a fill-in. You can't make these decisions. Like, what is the extent of Jar Jar's power here?
He was so bad. He was so bad. Like, Jar Jar was in every aspect of a character. It was so bad. Like, sometimes you could be like, I like the way that they played this character, because they just made me, like, they pull that emotion out. Jar Jar across just every single place, it was just like, why? Why are you here? Like, why are you existing? Like, this, oh God.
So, yeah, across the entire spectrum of the movies, like, whenever Jar Jar would pop up, I would be like, why? You know how fast I think, or how much, I don't know. Okay, so this is the only part where I'm like, half in, half out with Jar Jar, is in the Battle of Naboo. Because in the Battle of Naboo, he doesn't belong there, and it's obvious.
Yes.
But without him being there, I think that those battles that they're fighting, because he stumbled his way to victory. He stumbled his way to killing droids that were attacking, the Gungans. And I was like, how does that happen? How do you stumble your way into success like that, Jar Jar? Okay, so let's make him a general then. Whatever. Make Jar Jar general. That doesn't give him power. Oh, that's, again, I'm looking at this from like our government perspective. If the Pentagon was today come out and be like, we control the country, I'd be like, what? Huh?
Whoa.
Huh? So essentially, in my the way that I'm looking at this now is like Jar Jar was a general. Like, he shouldn't be making these rules. He advocated for war. Of course, that's what he's gonna do. So yeah, I think maybe there should have been some limits, Star Wars, on Jar Jar's power, because I mean, your boy just went and started a galactic war.
And it's like,
Jar Jar Bink gonna eat that mink.
I'm telling you, like, he was just, and the thing is like, Jar Jar, I will give Jar Jar credit for having the superpower of luck, just because I'm a big fan of Domino. And Domino has, this crazy luck with her that just is insane. Like it just where she could just stumble into things and then good things happen.
Yeah.
But like it's just like you said. I mean, it's kind of like I guess if I had to compare Jar Jar to an event, I would say Jar Jar is equivalent to when Sora gave Kyrie's heart back. Like, it seems like such a small thing, but that one moment literally made the entire series happen. Like, that's essentially the reason that all of the other stuff happens outside of, like, a couple other things. Like,
yeah.
Palpatine is kind of like Xehanort in a sense where, like, all this other stuff is happening. But Jar Jar is essentially that moment. Like, it's like, if you had not have even existed as a moment, as anything, none of this would be happening. We would be good. We would be good. Maybe not great, but we would at least be good. And now we don't have that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe we would. But we don't have it. And I think that's one of the things that I really like about what we're doing today is because we get to talk about the things that could have been.
Yes.